I almost had it. Hey man, this is Chris with the Blue Collar Success Group. Have you ever found yourself saying things like, I just need to find balance? I was just trying to find some balance with this marker. Here's the reality. You don't find balance. It's not something that needs to be found. It's something that you create. What I want to do today is I want to talk to you in a very brief video about balancing your culture while driving sales. Anything in your business, when you create balance, you can create harmony and you can create higher levels of earnings and potential for yourself and for your team. And so I want to share with you today a few things that will help you to balance out culture and keep it in check as you're driving sales. Some of the pitfalls to driving sales can be a lot of high pressure, a lot of team turnover, people always thinking all you care about is revenue, all you care about is sales. I'm just a number around here. Top salespeople are untouchable. You know all the stuff they say. And that's not a culture that I desire. And if it's a culture you desire, hey, you do you. But if you find yourself as you're growing your business and driving sales, that there becomes a shift in your culture, it could be that it's out of balance. So a couple of ways that you can do that to help create the balance in your business. Number one is around the 4 keys to recruiting and retaining top talent. Now, in many cases, it can be very lopsided where the top half of your company is most of your revenue and most of your production, while the lower tier doesn't generate as much. A lot of times you can increase the top by raising the floor, and to do that, you want to be thinking about these 4 keys. Number one, compensation to include benefits. How you pay matters. I'm not saying today that you have to pay the most, but how you pay does matter. Number 2 is culture. When you think about things that you can do for your culture to help increase the performance of your team, is really about setting yourself and them up for success. It's about the things you say. It's about the things that you do. On the flip side of the coin, it's about the things you don't say, and it's about the things you don't do. So think about your culture and the things that you engage in and the things that you choose to not engage in. Number 3 is opportunity inside of the organization. We find it very easy to display the opportunity in the organization through a visual representation. You and I might call that an organizational chart or an accountability chart or whatever you and your company refers to it. It's an opportunity for me to be able to see, quote, on paper or on a screen as a visual. You've heard people say this, a picture's worth. Exactly. And so because of that, your org chart and a visual representation can show someone of what does the opportunity look like as your business goals are being met and your objectives are being fulfilled. This is not about what your organization looks like today. This is about what will it look like in 12, 24, 36, 5 years out, based on your big picture goals. What will the opportunity exist for me if I come to work for you as an apprentice, as a call taker, as a salesperson, as an installer? Show me what's available to me, because that's going to get me excited. That's something that I can get behind. Number 3 is opportunity. Number 4 is, now that I see what the opportunity is, what will you do as an organization to help me improve my skill set so that I can take advantage of those opportunities of growth? And that is something that a lot of times organizations put that back on the team member. As you're investing in your team members, you're buying future opportunity in your business and investing in the right people. A lot of times people send people to training that are low performers, that have no potential, and quite frankly, it's a last-ditch effort before we fire them. That's a very poor way to look at how you invest in people. You always want to invest in the thing that has the potential to have the largest ROI. So when you're looking at your team and you look at your core values and your culture and you look at work ethic and you look for those things that aren't necessarily skills such as can they sell, can they communicate, can they do the work, all that's teachable. It's all the other stuff that comes with them. The next thing that will help you to build a balance your culture while you're driving sales is to be able to help let each team member know what they can do to help you accomplish your goals. In addition to that, what role they play in making that happen. Well, don't get too hung up here on your goals. The most important part of a team member's goal process is, what does that mean to me? What are my personal goals? And when you can focus in on your team members' personal goals, that now becomes a part of your overall business goals. And now it's not about you, it's about them. And the more that you can help them achieve their goals and have higher levels of success, you're going to find that your team members are going to gravitate to you more. It's going to increase the culture because no longer can they say, all they do is care about money. I'm just a number around here. Man, I'm so fulfilled. I've accomplished this. I've bought a house. I've bought this car. I've got out of debt. I took my family on this vacation. Whatever their goals are, help them achieve those. And when you do, you're going to help balance out that driving sales and culture at the same time. The next thing I'm going to share with you is that you should recognize and reward for a job well done. What does that mean? That doesn't always mean, hey, let me pay you extra. A nice little email, a thank you note on someone's desk, or just a passing and sharing of how you feel about an individual and a team member. And I know for many of us, whoa, Chris, I am not going to go there. Well, if you want to find balance in your business as you're driving sales, if you want your culture to take a decline, show zero personal interest in people in their life, you're going to find it to be way out of balance. You're going to find that as you make deposits into the relationship for recognition and reward for a job well done, doesn't always mean, hey, you're the top salesperson. Get up here and we're going to give you this spiff. We're going to give you this trophy. We're going to give you this belt. We're going to get all the things that we do for top performers. Well, Chris, are you saying I shouldn't do those things? Listen, my friend, I didn't say that. I'm just saying as you do, you've got to learn how to include other people who have contributed. Let me give you an example. Maybe you have a technician that doesn't produce the highest level of revenue amongst service techs, but you do have a very, very good tech in them that they're super competent, they're capable, and they may not drive a lot of revenue, but they set the most amount of leads in your business. In other words, their lead turnover is incredibly high. And not only is their lead turnover incredibly high, those leads sell at higher average tickets. Find a way to recognize and reward that for that job well done. Think about installations and quality installs. Think about apprentices going above and beyond and doing things that's not been asked of them. Here's the sum. Why don't you catch somebody doing something right and reward them, recognize them, thank them? A lot of times as managers, we interact with our team members only in a situation where they need to be corrected. And so because of that, a lot of times they can withdraw from you as a leader or a manager. Help balance that out, recognize and reward. And then lastly is I want to remind you that contests are super important for businesses to be able to achieve higher levels of sales. You can run contests around booking rates and product sales and hire sales and all of these things. I want you to be careful as you create contests. I used to find it very powerful to create contests, and we would get results for a portion of time, and then all of a sudden it was like things would fall apart. And I began to study and understand why some of those things would happen, so I want to share those with you here today. Number one, when you're putting together contests, make sure that when you put the contest together, that you begin with the end in mind. In addition to that, also think about this. Have I set up the person that's going to win this and everybody already knows the top 3 or 4 or 5 people in the company that are going to have a good shake at winning this contest? A lot of times it's things around top sales or most sales of this. I want to flip that on its head for a moment and help you balance your culture while you're driving sales. To be able to do that, think about things like highest percentage of increase of average ticket, highest percentage of increase of close rate, highest percentage of booking in a time period. Now, that being said, that's just one component. There's a lot of things that you can do in moving parts in there that'll help you to balance your culture while you're driving sales. Another thing that I want to give you around contest is letting them have enough time to take off. So not necessarily doing short periods of time all the time. So if you were to do a month-long contest, this is something that I found. In my past, I would do a month-long contest. In that month-long contest, I would find myself about 2 weeks in, the front runner already has won and everybody else gave up. So what I did was I started making weekly winners and then an overall monthly winner. I might not be an opportunity to win the month, but I sure have an opportunity to win for the week. I hope that you found this information valuable as you are driving sales and balancing your culture. Go create it. Thank you for watching this video and subscribing. Do us a favor, comment below and tell us what your thoughts are and what your takeaways are. Remember, you're either winning or you're learning.